that Jalen Hurts is the guy moving forward. I'm not saying that he isn't, but I have not seen enough to convince me. He's completing 52% of his passes, which would last in the NFL by 5% had he qualified. We talk about, Carson Wentz is terrible, but Carson Wentz percentage is better than his. 57 his first game, 55, 54, 35 last night. And guess what else he does? Put the ball on the ground, fumble. He's only lost 2, but he fumbled it 6 times and thrown 3 interceptions in 4 starts. Really? So you've seen enough. So in 4 starts, you've seen enough from Jalen Hurts to say, you know what, guys? Blow it up. Get rid of Carson Wentz. If we can find a suitable trade partner, we're going to blow this thing up. We're moving forward. Nah, Skip. I have not seen enough to say this is the direction that they should go in.
And I have. I posted on social just moments after they took him in the draft on that day that Jalen Hurts will ultimately play better than Carson Wentz.
But has he really?
Okay. So let's look at Carson Wentz. Prototypically much better, taller, bigger arm, can run a little bit, moves fairly well. But when it comes to game-winning intangibles, I'll take Jalen Hurts any day or night over Carson Wentz. I'm talking about playmaking and leadership intangibles. He is a natural-born leader. And I saw it at Oklahoma. I saw it at Alabama. I was already sold before I saw him play one down of pro football. And then he got thrown into what we all agree was a dumpster fire in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Where it was hard to understand who was on whose side, who's betraying whom, what's happening. It's a lot of backstabbing. It's a horrible situation. He got thrown in for 4 games at the end of the year, and I thought he performed very well under those circumstances. Obviously, to your point, he did beat New Orleans. At Dallas, he put up 411 combined yards, and if we go to last night, you can throw all those numbers you want, but I can throw the tape back at you. And if we could see 3 throws that he made last night that don't show up on the stats. The first one was to Zach Ertz, and I thought it was a good throw, but Curl, who picks the ball off, if we could see the replay, he is all over. Zach Ertz is holding him, restraining him, and Ertz can't even get his head around to see the football before it's past him, and it just happened to hit Curl right in the breadbasket, and he couldn't help but catch the football. And again, I'm not putting that on Jalen. I'm putting that on the ref who didn't throw the flag for whatever you want to call that, pass interference or holding or whatever.
Skip, but if I go back and take down all the, I can find 3 or 4 throws in every game, even though they lost.
Let me see another one to Jalen Reagor, who then I think he got hurt on this play, on this deep throw in the first quarter, 1:53 left in the first quarter. This will work in the National Football League because that's right on the button, and he can't control it going to the ground. And I don't know. He was gone after that. I don't know if he concussed. I'm not sure what happened.
He probably just took him out.
Yeah, he might have just taken him out. It's highly possible. And then all of a sudden, somebody named Quez Watkins is in the game.
Well, he won the raffle to play for the Eagles that night.
If we could see what happened to Quez Watkins, he won the raffle, so they picked him off the street, and Jalen throws it back to him, and he's got a lane to go. He might have housed this. I don't know. It's perfectly set up, and Jalen hits him right in the hands, and all you have to do is catch that.
Yeah, he might split the seam on that one.
He might have split that seam. It was a big seam to split. Okay, there's 3. And then if we could hear what Chris Collinsworth said mid-second quarter last night, this was his first live look at Jalen Hurts, and I was very impressed that Chris was so impressed with Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts really is starting to impress me more and more as a passer. He does a pretty decent job of putting the ball on the money when he has a chance to set his feet.
Okay, is he a great passer? No, I think he's a pretty good passer. I think he can throw it from the pocket and can throw it on the move, and he definitely can hurt you in any direction with his legs, because he can go up the middle on you. You can call plays. He can run quarterback draws. He can run zone reads. He scored 2 running touchdowns last night that were both very good runs.
But Skip, what Collinsworth is saying, he can throw the ball if you let him set his feet. That's like saying a running back can really run if you give him a hole. What the hell is that? All quarterbacks can throw if you let them set their feet. The really good ones realize they're not going to always have their feet set.
How many times do you see Carson Wentz really get his feet set? Because he's got some horrible footwork because he goes blank. He goes deer in headlights.
Think about what you just said. You said they brought Jalen Hurts into a dumpster fire. But guess who for the first 12 games started that dumpster fire? He was the one that
started it.
He was behind that same porous offensive line. He never really got a chance to throw to Alshon. He really never got a chance to throw to D-Jack. He never got but we ask him and his completion percentage. So they get sacked for all his great legs. They get sacked about the same. He turns the ball over about the same. His completion percentage is worse. He scores less points. So what have you seen? He scores less points per game than Carson Wentz.
I saw him make a bunch of plays last night. I saw them drop a bunch of balls last night. And in the end, I sat back and said, it feels like they tried to throw the game. I think you believe that also. Well, he was victimized by all of the above. And he gets yanked. It's only 17-14, should have been 17-17 because they had it 1st and goal at the 5. And they went for it on 4th and goal from the 4.
Yeah.
And he had Bostic right in his face, and he underthrew that one. I'll give you that. But he couldn't get enough juice on the ball because Bostic, who, remember, concussed Andy Dalton in Washington, was in his face and was ready to concuss him.
But you guys make it seem like Carson Wentz was throwing to Devontae Adams and D-Hop. And then all of a sudden, Jalen Hurts come in, and he's throwing to those guys. Those same guys, those guys that we can't be like, where the hell did he come from? Those are the guys that Carson Wentz was throwing to. Okay. I don't know how you...
To me, Carson Wentz has lost his way and his confidence, and Jalen has not lost any confidence. He just sat over there, as we saw him on the bench, saying, it's just not right.
Right.
Because I believe Jalen Hurts would have won that game last night because that's what he does.
Skip, a lot of the reason why Tom Brady left is because what? Coach Belichick didn't believe in him anymore.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you want to play for someone, you want to be in the foxhole with someone that believes in you. I don't blame Carson Wentz. You think, how? You don't believe in me. If Tom Brady, as accomplished as he is, wants to play for a man that believes